Instead of Me is one of the first ever songs that I wrote. I wrote the song when I was 16, and as most 16-year-olds, I felt on this particular day that I was in a really bad mood, a bit hormonal, a bit grumpy, and it felt like the end of the world to me. Anyway, it was a Wednesday night and I had this gig at a place called the Unicorn in Manchester. It was an open mic, so I went down there still in this mood, and I thought, I just want to get up, I just want to sing, just want to do my thing. And I was waiting because there was a couple of acts to go on before me, so I was waiting for my slot, and there was a guy at the bar, an old man, must have been at least 100 years old, I reckon. That's the way I like to describe him to people. And I got speaking to him and I was telling him, oh, I've had the worst day ever, like, done this, done that, like, nothing's going right. And he was laughing at me and whatever, and he went on to say, he comes in every Wednesday night, he likes to watch the open mic, he likes to have his several pints of beer at the bar, and he always sits in the same spot. But then he went on to tell me that he had cancer, and he wasn't too sure how long he had left, whether it was weeks, months, days, like how long it was. And that really just kind of hit me, because I thought that day I was having the worst day possible. And as a young person, like, it takes something like that sometimes to open your mind a little bit. And I quickly realised, like, there's so many more people with bigger problems than I had that day. So anyway, I came away from the gig and I thought, I don't really know what to do with this. I didn't know how to process what this man had told me. And the only kind of way I knew what to do with it was to write a song about him. So I wrote the song. Instead of Me about him, and I got it in its most basic form, and then I carried on playing it live, and it became a bit of a crowd favourite, which is really nice. So I kind of built on it, built up some extra chords and changed the vocal melodies kind of as I went, and there's a line in it that says, it was a Wednesday night but you didn't give a, and then it's like a bit of a play on words, sounds like you're going to swear. Usually makes people in the crowd laugh, which was nice because the guy that I spoke to on the night was really, he put a really funny side to this story, and he did it in a really light-hearted way. So I liked the way that it's kind of portrayed in that way as well. So it's not a ballad and it's not a tearjerker, but it does have that hard-hitting moment at the end when you find out how the story's going, and that's what I wanted the listeners to feel like, because that's how I felt like when he told me this story. So yeah, it's nice that it's still a crowd favourite. I play it at most of my gigs, and people like the play on words in it. They like the line, so I met this guy in a pub, because it's so abrupt. It usually makes people laugh. So yeah, it's nice that it's a crowd favourite, and every time I play it I always think back to that guy in the Unicorn, and I always just think, like, it reminds me to be a bit more grateful of stuff that I've got and not be so grumpy and not be so moody all the time. So yeah, enjoy the song Instead of Me.
To do this part instead of me.